Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Tessie. Today we are going to be making a barrel pant. If you're new to my channel, you're welcome. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly do that and let's get right into the video. So guys, I've already drafted out the trouser pattern. I have a very detailed video on how to perfectly do this. I'll drop the link on the comment section for you guys to view. So guys, we're going to transfer this pattern on the fabric, but before doing that, I'm going to be cutting out the 1-inch slope around the waist area first. So I'll cut out this part and then we are going to be transferring to the fabric. So guys, I'm making use of 3 yards of crepe. This is not the regular crepe, it's called a sample crepe. It's thicker than the normal crepe, so I'm making use of this fabric. I'll advise you to use a thicker fabric to achieve this style. So I'll place my front pattern on the fabric. So guys, you need to know that if you don't want to use a pattern to cut out this trouser, what you need to do is very simple. You just, on the folded parts, you measure 5 or 6 inches depending on how free you want your pant to be. So at this part, measure 5 or 6 inches and then you rule a straight line. After ruling that line, you can go ahead now to draft out your trouser pattern. Hope you understand. So guys, the reason why I'm not drafting out on the fabric directly is because this is for a client. I don't want to start staining the fabric with my chalk. That's why I used a pattern to explain to you guys. So now the difference between a barrel pant and a normal pant is the extension we are having at the hip area, which you can see me ruling the line, also at the knee area. So we add to the hip, we are adding to the knee as well. So guys, I'm going to be adding to the hip and then I'll be adding to the knee. So now it depends on how free you want your pant to be. So for me, at the hip area, I'm just going to be adding 3 inches to it. So you can see I chalked 3 inches at that point. So at the knee line, I'll be adding extra 5 inches to it. So the knee has to be bigger than the hip area. That's whatever you're adding should be bigger than what you added at the hip area. Hope you understand. So I added 5 inches to it. Then at the down part, I'm just going to add 1 inch to it. But you need to add more inches depending on how fitted you want the down part to be. So we are going to be connecting our lines. But before doing that, at the waist area, you come down by 2 inches. So you come down here by 2 inches at the waist area, as you can see. And then from this point, you're just going to blend it to the hip. And then from the hip you blend to the knee, and then from the knee you blend to the trouser length, as you can see. So I'm just going to blend it for you guys to see. So this is what it looks like. So you don't need any sharp edge, just come down by 2 inches, and then from that 2 inches point you blend it to the 3 inches line we added at the hip, and then you blend it to the 5 inches line we added at the knee, and then you blend it down to that 1 inch we added at the trouser length. Hope you understand. So we are good to go. We'll go ahead now to cut out our fabric. So guys, if you want yours bigger than this, you know you can still add more to your hip, to your knee line, depending on how free and how wide you want it to be. So I'll go ahead now to cut out the fabric, and then we'll cut out the upper part as well. So guys, we're good to go with the front. You can see the extension that we have around this side, as you can see. So we're going to be cutting out the back. So for the back, we have our fabric folded into 2, as you can see. So what I'll do next is to place my front pattern on the back fabric. So I'll place it, and then our allowance will be on this side of the fabric. So at the waist area, I'll be adding 2 inches sewing allowance. At the crotch area, 2 inches. At the knee area, 2 inches. Then at the down part, I'll be adding 1.5 inches. And then I'll go ahead now to connect my lines together. From the waist connect to the crotch, from the crotch connect all the way down. So I'll be extending the back with 1.5 inches. So from this side of the back, I added 1.5, and then from the waist here, I'll slant to that part. So we are good to go. We'll go ahead now to cut out our fabric following the same shape. So I'll go ahead now to cut out. So the only difference between the front and the back is the allowance we added on the back area. Hope you understand. So I'll go ahead now to cut out the same shape, as you can see. After doing that, we are good to go with the cutting of the pants. So I have 2 pieces for the front, 2 pieces for the back. I'm going to label my front piece. I'll label this as my front. I'll do the same thing here. and then I'll label the back as my back as well. So guys, we're going to be adding that on the fabric. On each of the fabric, we're going to be adding that. So I'll fold it and then add my dart. The dart is going all the way down, so I'll fold it as you can see, and then I'll take the dart. I'll do the same thing for the front, I'll do the same thing for the back piece as well. So guys, for the front, I'm going to be adding my pockets. For the pocket at this side of the fabric, I came in here by 3 inches and I came down by 8 inches. So I'll go ahead now to connect, and then I'll be cutting this part out. So after cutting it out, I have my pieces for the pocket. Here is 13 inches and 15 inches wide. I have 2 pieces as you can see. I'll place the front on it, and then I'll go ahead now to cut it out. So now after cutting it out, I'll open my front piece and then attach the pocket to it. I have a very detailed video on how to do this. Place this way as you can see, and then you stitch. After stitching, this is what it looks like. I've stitched this part. So what I'll do next is flip this to the other end as you can see, and then we are going to be stitching. After flipping, I'll go ahead now to stitch with 1/2 inch, and then we'll bring it up this way, and then we stitch the upper part as well to hold it in place. Our pocket is ready. So guys, after doing that, this is what it looks like after adding the dart. I'm just going to give it a very good press. I also added the dart on the front piece as well. This is my pocket as you can see. So what we'll be doing next is joining the front and the back together. One of the front, one of the back. We'll join it right side facing each other as you can see. And then after joining, I'm going to be stitching. So I'll go and stitch using 1/2 inch. So I'm just going to stitch using 1/2 inch from the waist to the down part, following the curve. So I'll stitch using 1/2 inch all the way to the down part. I'll repeat same thing here, 1/2 inch all the way to the down part. After doing that, this is what it looks like as you can see. I'll stitch the front all the way to the crotch. After stitching from the waist to the crotch, this is what it looks like. Now I'm going to be shaping my pants. So what I'll do is place them this way as you can see, and then I'll take my waist measurement divided by 2. I'll chalk it down. I'll come down to my hip line, take my hip measurement divided by 2, and then we're not using our actual hip, we're adding to it. So I added 3 inches as you can see. So I'll chalk it and then shape all the way to the other crotch. So guys, after doing that, this is what it looks like. So I'm going to be joining the crotch lines together, right side facing each other. I'll join them and then stitch using 1/2 inch all the way down. So I'll go ahead now to do that. After doing that, this is what it looks like as you can see. So guys, we are going to be attaching our band to it, and then we are going to be adding the zip. So for the zip is going to be at the back area. So I'll open up the back line using my seam ripper. I'll open up my back area, and then after doing that, I'll take my tape and check what I have all around my waist. So guys, I'll go ahead now to check what I have all around. After doing that, I've gone ahead to cut out the band. The band is 5 inches wide. If you fold it into 2, we have 2.5. I'll use 1/2 inch to stitch it all around, and then the band is going to be 2 inches. After doing that, I'll add my zip to it and then show us the end result. So guys, this is the end result. The pants really came out lovely. I actually made it for someone. I saw this style and I'm indecisive if I wanted it, but after making it for somebody and I tested it, I'm in love with this pants. I'm definitely going to make one for myself. Like for real, this pants really came out lovely. You need a lot of charisma to wear this. If you don't have that charisma, you can't wear this pants, trust me. But I hope this tutorial was helpful. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, drop a comment, and make sure you guys are following and liking and commenting. Love you guys, and do have a blessed day. Bye.